I've got to tell you how the idea for this exhibition came about. And it has something slightly to do with this picture, together with a group of others. This is by Vanessa. It's the coldest winter probably on record in the 20th century. The year is 1940, and it's a view of one of the barns. And you need to know some of the atmosphere and challenge that was around at this date. They had decided to move full-time during the Second World War to Charleston. Up to that point it had been used primarily as a sort of weekend bolt hole. But war was raging all around them. Enemy bombers were going overhead. The British Army was on their doorstep. The threat of invasion was just round the corner, and it chilled Vanessa to the bone, the thought of what the Nazi army would do. And yet it didn't stop her and Duncan painting their way out of this claustrophobic predicament. This is a beautiful example of how Vanessa reflects something of the chill moment that she finds herself submerged in, but also with those clever little post-impressionist colours and strokes, manages to find the blue in white. I love that area in the bottom corner. There's a feeling of slidey movement, but also a poetic sense of isolation. I mean, they were in a restricted zone. The roads were blocked nearby. Their friends couldn't visit. And this imparts some of that challenge. But not to be outdone, Duncan was also able to tackle the weather conditions here a couple of years later, and again on their doorstep. They're just walking out and they're finding this, in some senses, artistic paradise. What is gorgeous about this painting is I think it reflects the pond in a state of half melting. And look how Duncan has done it. He's used a palette knife, and so you see the sort of the shards of slightly dissolving ice. And again, you know, like with Vanessa's picture, you get this feeling of bleak remoteness. But equally, there's beauty, there's elevation, there's a little bit of Monet's influence in the way he did outdoor scenes. As such, it's deeply satisfying. But they didn't just go outside the barns, they sometimes went in. And this monumental painting was done in 1942, and it's the Threshing barn at Charleston. Again, through the door, they could walk into it. But look how he's playing. He's decided to express a very different atmosphere to the chill outdoors. There is a really alluring warmth, and I can't help feeling that he's been influenced by paintings of nativity scenes. It's probably November, December, we can tell that by the light. Sun is coming in from the right, pouring on that straw, reminding me almost of the sort of divine luminescence you get around Christ's child. The concept of a nativity is not actually that absurd, because around about this time they were working on murals in the local church, religious paintings. There was a bit of sort of percolation coming through into this painting. Perhaps it was even preparatory. But something I really enjoy, and standing next to it as I am, and because it's so long, you can almost put your nose into this maelstrom of strokes in the bottom quarter of the picture. I mean, what could be a rather dull area, he's using his energetic post-impressionist strokes to elevate. Just look at it. So these, one interior, two exteriors, I think go to the heart of what we're trying to say in this exhibition. And that is that because of where they were, and because they were artists, they managed to find within their immediate vicinity artistic inspiration and material, and to translate that into significant works of art. That, in a sense, is the muse at work from which this exhibition takes its title.